Welcome back. Another episode of the Weekend High Podcast. Your man KZ and your man Big Swag back at you again. Weekend High Podcast. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, and share button. We appreciate the sharing on all social media platforms. Welcome back, man. Shoot, we've been out. I guess we've been on a little, like I said, hiatus for a little bit.
Little staycation.
Yeah, back right after the Mother's Day weekend. Shout out to all the mothers. Shout out to all our mothers that are in heavenly glory, and shout out to all the mothers that's here. Definitely. As I was saying, we had some technical difficulties. Pre-production, I was saying, you got a mother, make sure you go do something for her, take it to the store. Don't complain. Let her be in the store all day. Go mow the lawn. Go fix the laundry machine. Go show her how to work the computer. She don't know how the hell you get on the internet. You know what I'm saying? Go by there go by there and show her how to get on the internet. Show her how to use an iPhone. Do something. You know what I'm saying? But definitely glad to be back here with you guys on the Weekend High Podcast once again, where we discuss the current news cycle, you know what I'm saying, and give our views on it. Most of the time they're pretty comical, sometimes they're kind of serious. So but sit back and relax. We're gonna have you in good hands. Let me get the hands credential in this one. That's the Birdman era. All right, y'all, man. Shout out to Bird. Man. Are you through or did you start? Are you through or you done? What do you say?
Three of y'all, all three.
Man. I'm not even gonna tell y'all. I've been stuck on these. No free advertising. I've been stuck on these mini cans.
About to give it up, ain't he?
Been stuck on these mini cans. Swag was letting me know. Some of y'all on OnlyFans be doing some very some very infamous stuff with the can.
Swag told you what? Swag told you what he heard.
Yeah, just said he heard grumblings.
Under the bus, ain't this?
He heard grumblings on.
Yeah, I heard little smatterings out there.
Man, moving right along, man. We go get to our first story. First story tonight for y'all is going to be, or if you're catching this in the daytime, it might be the morning time. Whenever you catch this show, first episode.
Might be pushing you through work.
Right.
Push myself.
Might be pushing you through work. Heck yeah. Your man, J.R. Smith. Let's start with sports. Your man, J.R. Smith. Shout out to J.R. Smith down at North Carolina A&T University on the golf team doing his thing, trying to get his education right outside the NBA. I guess Howard Stern, you know how I feel about Howard. As far as Howard Stern, to me, dude straight suspected white supremacist, suspected racist Howard Stern. I should say the first Joe Rogan, if you will, OG Joe Rogan. Because for years, he always had, always saying crazy stuff about black folks. And this is documented. This is nothing I'm making up. Do your Googles. You can look it up. He said stuff. And I know people are like, well, he had a black woman on the show. Yeah. Okay. All right. We ain't gonna get into that part, but that was just so he could mask, like, look, I got a black woman on the show now. I can talk all kind of shit. She right there. Anyway, because that's what they do. You want to bring you around so they can justify saying what they said. I said the shit, and it was a black lady right there. She ain't say nothing. You know what I'm saying? So we already know that game. But yeah, he was complaining because the New York Knicks. I know you heard about this. New York Knicks, the playoffs going on. The New York Knicks have gotten further in the playoffs since the John Starks, Patrick Ewing era, Oakley and Anthony Mason. Charles Smith, man, I can go on Allen Houston, that whole era. Freewell, yep, that whole era. And, so New York has been lit up. It's like, man, we back in the playoffs, you know what I'm saying? We back like the beam. We back in the playoffs. We back in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? And Spike Lee, he outspoken Knicks fan, staunch Knicks fan. Everybody knows Spike loved the Knicks.
Yeah, he
Spike,
like the Jack Nicholson in New York.
oh
Like,
yeah, yep, yeah, New York version of Jack Nicholson there,
yeah.
with the Knicks games. And Howard Stern came out his mouth and commented that he was wondering why, because like when they won some of the playoff games. Now they eliminated now, but when they was winning the game, the first series or whatever, he was like, well, why none of the Knicks players came over to say hi to me and hug me? He was mad because all the Knicks players went to Spike Lee and hugged him.
Oh no! He triggered.
Yeah, he did. He seems to not understand why none of the black players. And he specifically said, and I quote from the MSN news. J.R. Smith, he reveals why black NBA players won't acknowledge Howard Stern at Madison Square Garden. So at the Garden, because J.R. Smith played for the Knicks. You know what I'm saying? There's Howard Stern. You see Spike in the background. J.R. Smith played for the Knicks. And so basically, Howard Stern was saying that, I'm going to quote him here. Stern said, where is he? Oh, they put me courtside and the black players won't come over and say hello to me, but they go over to Spike Lee. He said, I'll be sitting next to Tracy Morgan or Chris Rock. They seat you where they seat you. He said, they seat you where you see. Like, he don't want to sit next to him. And a lot of times when I'm there, I'm next to Tracy Morgan, who was so funny. He's sitting there and a couple of players will come over. They give him that bro shake and stuff. And I'm like, these guys should hug me too. I mean, what am I? I grew up in a black neighborhood. You know what I mean? I mean, they should know that, but I get ignored. Now, this is kind of racist I'm talking about, like the liberal racists. You always got to watch the ones that say, I grew up in a black neighborhood. So basically, he doing I'm white and I say so because it's their prerogative who they interact with. They don't, what I'm saying? Nobody's obligated to interact with you because you Howard Stern. Nobody, half these black NBA players don't give a damn or don't even know who you is. You know what I'm saying? So that's what, and so they basically asked J.R. Smith, why is this going on? And he said the same thing I'm saying. He said half the players don't even know who he is. And he said, I'm sorry, but what basketball player listens to him? He said, I don't think I met one, black or not. Now Howard Stern goes on to say, he said, I want them to acknowledge me. I want them to talk to me. I want them to come over and go, hey, Howard, fan of the show or something. I don't get that. And you know who comes up to me sometimes? The referees, white guys and black guys, they'll come up to me, white referees and black, like, hey, Howard, I'm like, no, Al. He said, so I'm like, now, is this a racial thing? I just get upset. So he's trying to basically say the black players in the NBA discriminated against. This is I'm white and I say so talk, y'all. That means that there's no basis behind this. He's saying just because they don't acknowledge him, it's a racial thing, and he wonders why they don't come over to him. Now, for one, Howard Stern is outspoken. He has said all kind of racial stuff against black folks, and he's been outwardly, as much as he say he like to say he grew up in a black neighborhood, he always speaks up against black people. So, I mean, most of these players, their parents, I should say, probably know that and probably told them, yeah, don't fuck with him. Or it could just be a generational thing where they just like, man, get your ass out of here. I don't know who the hell you is. You know what I'm saying? I don't care who you are. But we know Spike Lee. What's up, Spike? You know what I'm saying? Do the right thing, Malcolm X. You know what I'm saying? That's our community. We know him. Don't nobody know you in our community like that. We don't. So what are your thoughts? I mean, to me, I think it's just, this whole thing that a lot of people in the dominant society, particularly males, are doing, saying that, oh, they being discriminated against. How you discriminated against when y'all run the damn society? So right. Is that white on white crime, or I'm not sure, but what are your thoughts on him saying that he feels some type of way because none of the black players come talk to him or say anything to him? They all go to Spike Lee or Chris Rock or Tracy Morgan.
Well, I mean, Chris Rock, Tracy Morgan, and Brother Spike, they all on, relevant medium. I'm pretty sure it's a handful of people left in the NBA who remembers the radio before Sirius. Before satellite radio. So I think it's more of a generational thing. And, it's not like Howard be out on TV all that much. You know, he got his podcast and stuff, but you know, he just don't connect to
Right.
us. I mean, we've all heard the stories where he harkens back to growing up in the black neighborhood, but you know, that's about it. And then he has Robin there as his producer, but that's about black as it gets. And then he fuck with Beetlejuice.
Well, yeah, of course, but he fuck with Beetle. Yeah,
No, I mean, they part of the help or the staff. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, but he gonna
yeah,
mess with him because
he don't have
Beetlejuice a little troll, a little not a troll, but you know what I'm saying. He's disfigured. He's handicapped. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, kind of like just like a
A
sideshow
trope.
almost.
It's a trope, man. It's like some old pickaninny 50s, 60s. Look at this little pygmy I got with me, y'all. Come on, man. Like, I'm not falling for that.
What the brother say? Eyes bucked and shit.
Right, man. He putting that dude out there as some kind of sideshow. Look at this little Negro. Look at this little deformed Negro, y'all. His name's Beetlejuice. And then he got the mammy sitting up there, the black lady, she wasn't nothing but a big fat mammy sitting up there co-signing the bullshit he was saying. And then if you look up news articles, it just says a lot of his racist stuff resurfaced. You know what I'm saying? Howard Stern had been in blackface and all kind of stuff, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, and then really, my connection with him was on some, you know, old stuff like when the internet first started and on demand first started.
Jock, yeah.
Watch the show, yeah, and you know, and there'd be a lot of porn stars on there. And back when I was into all that, you know, that would be where
he did. He still had that shock. Yep, you're right about that. But then he also would have a bunch of Nazi racist motherfuckers on there too.
Yeah, but I'm 45 years old. Ain't nobody in the league 45 years old to remember all that.
Right, you know? Exactly. So that's just the you know, Howard, our people really don't give a damn about you.
He said he ain't being checked for it. He don't like it.
Right. Don't try to pull that. I might not say so. Oh, I'm being racially discriminated against because they don't say hi to me. Ooh, nobody gotta say hi to you.
Yeah, he felt some type of way when he gets snubbed. And then you know the referees are older than us. Of course they gonna know who he is from his WNBC days.
Yeah. So and then it's like the latest stuff that you've done, you've been speaking against, you've been showing anti-black racism. So
he always
right. If the younger generation, like I said, they parents probably warned them about him. You know what I'm saying?
And the stuff close to jumping the M-bomb or getting somebody else to say it. You know?
Oh yeah, many times. It ain't like just one time. Many times. He basically on the same level as Don Imus. You know what I'm saying? And what's the other dude that always like to talk shit?
Rush Limbaugh.
Jimmy Buffett.
No, Rush Limbaugh.
I know Rush Limbaugh. I'm talking about Buffett too. You know, with the half cowboy hat and the motherfuckers be dudes like that. They like giving dudes like that radio shows. You know what I'm saying? Because they want to promote a certain agenda, which we know is white supremacy. I'm gonna say it. Hey. Whether it's whether it's dog white supremacy or just blatant right out there, that's what he does. And nobody about to high five your ass for that shit. But I'm sorry, y'all. I had to get I'm just saying I can't stand Howard Stern, man. But moving right along, man. Leave your comments, your thoughts, but right down below. You know, hey, you might mess with Howard. You're like, I love Howard, but if you smart, you probably don't. But moving right along, next story we got coming up in the news, Florida. Yeah, I know, man. Florida teacher says she's being investigated after showing Disney movie with gay character. Yeah, here she is there. So she's being investigated. She says she don't like that she's being investigated for showing a Disney movie at school with gay character. Florida teacher, let's see, her name is Jenna Barbie. Oh no, I'm sorry, I apologize. According to Tallahassee Democrat, Jenna Barbie said a school member and parents reported her to Florida Department of Education for showing the movie Strange World. Barbie, who works, her name is Jenna Barbie. I take that back. See, they don't like to get the name of the accused, so I'm trying. They kind of words
Yeah,
chopping it up.
I've been noticing that a lot lately. To
But
where
with
they
us,
know
they put the name right
identity.
out.
I've been noticing that quite recently. It
Okay,
don't
no,
really
it is
apply.
Barbie. It is
It
Jenna
don't apply
Barbie.
to us though.
It is Jenna Barbie. It says Barbie, who works at Winding Waters K through 8, said the movie tied in with her earth science class and had no sexually inappropriate content. The word indoctrination is thrown around a lot now, but it seems
Yeah.
that those who are using it as a defense tactic for their own fear-based beliefs without understanding the true meaning, Barbie said. Barbie told CNN she had previously signed permission slips from all the parents, allowing the students to watch a movie rated PG. Florida educators are barred from teaching about gender and sexual identity due to the Parents' Rights in Education Act, nicknamed "Don't Say Gay" by critics. Teachers who violate the policy can be suspended or have their teaching licenses revoked. Yesterday, the movie Strange World was shown in our child's classroom. While not the main plot of the movie, parts of the story involves a male character having and expressing feelings for another male character. Um, I feel well. I mean, let me get your thoughts first. What are your thoughts on her showing the movie Strange World and getting investigated?
Well, I can see where the parents would call for an investigation just based on that. I mean, I've never seen this movie or nothing, but I could see where parents would want to horn in on something like that with some of the stuff that people done got the bell rung on them for. But this is kind of light work, really.
Yeah. My thoughts on it are she wrong. She should be investigated. Um, I know Florida got a lot of stuff just intertwined, like some stuff good and stuff bad. But on this one, I'm gonna stand with the state and say, um, no. Even though she got the permission slips signed,
I
I
mean,
mean
that
that might
permission
save
slip
her.
was just for PG rated movies, so she did kind of cut a corner with this one.
What, by getting the permission slips or?
No, by using the PG general permission slip, it didn't work in the title with maybe some agenda type material.
Well, to see, the thing is, I think that's all cool, but the thing is even though it's only some parts, you still know that it's a movie involving sexuality comes into play in the movie. So
Yeah.
as a teacher, you should be smart enough to not even use that movie because she was saying, "Oh, it's for
Yeah,
Earth."
yeah. Like she was
Right.
trying to be slick.
It's for Earth Science. Well, you could have got something from National Geographic. You could have got something from pull something from anywhere. It didn't have to be this particular movie. You know what I'm saying? You could have researched other movies that had that kind of same thing
And
going on in it.
in elementary school to be pulling the sexual ambiguity stuff.
Right. And she said so, and she was saying, "Oh, well, that wasn't the main reason I showed it. It really had nothing to do with the plot. It was more about the Earth Science part, about Earth Science part of the movie and whatnot." But like I said, Florida got a lot of jacked up laws. This is one of them that actually might be good. You know what I'm saying? Because just because, man, because a lot of kids, even though they got permission slips and all that, basically the school administration and the district are saying there's professional standards. You know what I'm saying? And it violates their professional standards. So you know what I'm saying? The school system could have their own professional standards. Be like, look, just they could be like, look, just so we don't have no red tape and no nothing going on, we just go back, nothing sexualized. You see what I'm saying? That kind of keeps everything out the fray. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're gonna show a movie, your teacher just don't have it, have no sexual implications in it. And like you said, I think I'm with you. She's probably trying to be slick
Yeah.
and throwing in there some kind of way because it's like me and you
Yeah,
both
I
know.
mean, she got that general ass PG permission slip. She
Right.
she should have slid some crazier stuff in there. But yeah, but
Right.
see, they don't have a list like they have for ours with the CRT and stuff.
Exactly. So that's why I was getting at too. Florida, they just banned private, diverse, when they say diversity and people of color, that ain't us anyway. We don't get the money anyway. That means minority means could be white women, white gay males, Hispanics, everybody else getting the bag. And then by the time it gets to us, we ain't got no more money for y'all. So, that's why we as black folks, we got to stop using the terms people of color and minority, because when you use those terms, that negates us. You know what I'm saying? So we just got to stay with your chest, black or foundational black American or black American. Say it with your chest. You know what I'm saying? Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to offend somebody, because you know what I mean? Damn, why we can't have pride in where we come in our race, just like everybody else do. Everybody else do it. You know what I'm saying? And it's no problem. So, you know what I'm saying? So we need to quit latching on to those tag words POC and diversity, because those are terms that basically they use against us. Because then when you go, because we've been hearing about like a lot of these like the Hidden History Museum Tariq got, but a lot of the black museums, they've been saying that they don't get the funding, because by the time when they ask for the grants or whatever, they said they ain't got no money left, and they were like, well, damn, where the money going? It's like, well, we sent it to underserved communities. Well, underserved communities could be anybody, because there are underserved communities in West Virginia that are all white.
Right.
There are underserved communities that are all Latin. There are, you know what I'm saying, or all Asian in some cases, you know what I'm saying? So when you use those general terms, that negates black people. So we can't use those terms anymore. We just have to say it with our chest, you know what I'm saying, black. You know what I'm saying? We want it for black folks, or we want a black agenda, or we want, you know what I'm saying? If it offend people, they let them be offended. Shit. Because, you know what I'm saying? I'm on, you know what I'm saying? We got to take some cues from our elders, like if Rosa Parks probably wouldn't even sat on the damn, even though she wasn't the first, we know now that she was like the second, but still she wouldn't have sat up there if she was like, oh shit, I'm offending white folks. Let me get my ass back here. You know what I'm saying? No, she was like, fuck that. I'm sitting up here. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying that we can't be afraid to call it what it is anymore, guys. But moving right along, like I say, my thoughts is on that last thing, I don't think kids should be, these kids are already over sexualized enough. They got access to stuff we didn't have, access to everything, and I don't think schools should be, you know what I'm saying? Let's keep it, let's let them be kids, man. You ain't got to keep putting that what's your pronouns and all this, and they 6. Like they like, God damn, I don't even know. You know what I'm saying? I'm 6. All I know is toys, and you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, man, we really gotta get the youth, especially a black youth. We gotta get them, keep them on the right path as far as not over sexualizing them at an early age, man. You know what I'm saying? That's all.
It's hard enough with the wide openness of the internet availability.
Right. See, we didn't have that. We had to sneak and get dirty tapes and
yeah. Watching old crates out
right.
Dad's closet.
Dirty magazine from your uncles or something. You know.
Okay.
So, but yeah, moving right along, man, I just thought those were some interesting stories. Moving right along, and that actually brings me to our next story. Let's go ahead and get it in, man. You got Ja Morant. Ja, they got him again, man. My thoughts. Now I watched the video. It looked like he didn't know he was on live, but his friend tried to put it down real quick when he pulled the piece out. You seen him go real quick. So that let me know his friend. I'm thinking like his friend was like, well, damn, I didn't know he was gonna pull the tool out. Like, damn, let me, you know what I'm saying? But the thing is that everybody been saying, well, he's, he has a right to carry a gun. He could do this. He could do that. One thing, y'all, everybody's forgetting about, the NBA is a private business.
Yep.
They every business had a rules and regulations. Every business. This is like nothing new in America. Every business had a rules and a code of conduct. Right. That's why they have employee handbooks, so you can read that and know what the code of conduct is. Right. Now, some rules are federally, like harassment and stuff, those spread for all businesses. You know what I'm saying? But like your code of conduct could be like, we don't want you going around, even though, like, okay, in your home, amongst your family, whatever, you can have guns or whatever, but no, we don't want you on social media brandishing your guns and, you know what I'm saying, with the bounce and all that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Disparage our company, image and likeness, all that.
Right. Right. Because you're representing the league and you're representing that team or whatever, whoever invested money in you, whatever. Let's keep it real. You know what I'm saying? They invested money in you, so they got a code of conduct. Because remember back in the day, they made everybody wear suits because they didn't want everybody wearing the baggy clothes no more. They tried to, you know, and a lot of those rules, we can't say that they was against the black players because they didn't want, like you said, they didn't want them all swagged out with the braids and the tattoos and stuff. Iverson, he was swagged out. You know what I'm saying? The chains. So they started trying to push for people to wear suits and stuff. But I mean, at the end of the day, man, the NBA can do what it wants. It's a private entity, a private business. And you chose to play in this business, you know what I'm saying? Most people, dream of playing in this. They dream to get to that level to play sports. So on one hand, I feel like right, I mean, he could be a legal gun owner. That's fine. I'm cool with that. If he want to have a piece, he can have peace. Two, you got to be smart with your bag. I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? We already know the powers that be in a dominant society want you to fail. You know what I'm saying? We already know they want us to fail. You already know they want you to fail. So why would you feed into the failure? You see what I'm saying? Like, why would you
make
like
it easy?
Right. I mean, ain't nothing wrong. If you want to poke, chill, bounce with your guns in your crib and your $1 million crib and in your bins or wherever you want, that's cool. But just don't put it on the damn internet. Don't put it on Instagram. Don't be hanging. And then the dudes you hanging with, like, they should already know, hey, when Ja come in the car, man, don't record nothing because they already own. That's my guy. They already own him. He already hot. You know what I'm saying? So that's already let you know that ain't your real friends because your real friends have been like, damn,
right.
Hey.
That's where I was gonna start.
You know what I'm saying?
Get some new friends.
Like even if he was recording, he wouldn't have recorded live. Like, no, I ain't gonna put my homie out there. He already got trouble. You know what I'm saying? They already own him for stuff. Man, let's not even do that. Like, we can sit in the car and have a good time, bounce to the music. You know what I'm saying? Or we can even record it for our own personal, you know what I'm saying, enjoyment. But when you putting it on live and posted it, come on, man. Y'all, come on, man. And then Ja, he probably wasn't thinking nothing. He probably wasn't thinking. I guarantee this. His friends didn't think. Probably one thing he was gonna pull out the tool, and he probably didn't think his friends was recording live. So there was some miscommunication. But my thoughts is, when you get to a certain level, you got to be smarter. You got to be smart. And then secondly, you just got caught up. You just got in trouble for some shit. So it's like, why put yourself back in harm's way? Why even hang with people? Like, the dudes you hanging with is the reason your ass got in trouble the first time, because it's like you always with this group of dudes. So it's like, I'm not saying, oh man, you saying I gotta just disown my homies. You ain't got to do that. Just don't hang with the motherfuckers like that. Like, because you already know, like, man, they don't got my best interests at heart. You know what I'm saying? I got to protect my brand. I got to protect. Shit, we can't do no more bouncing in the car or nothing if this money ain't coming in. So
I know, right?
But what's your thoughts, man? I done went on a long tangent. Sorry, y'all.
No, man, I was going to start with the surround yourself with better company, because you are only as good as the people that you kick it with, right? And then, when you're in the business, just like, it's a larger corporation, but NBA is a corporation, and you have to adhere to the rules of the corporation that you're working under, But, this kind of brings me back to my theory. The first time, he really needs a veteran like a Danny Green on his team, somebody that's been around, that's got some sand, that's
he got Aquaman.
Huh?
He got Aquaman on the damn team. What's that boy name? Steven Adams. He got Aquaman. He got Aquaman on that team.
Adams, you think he really care about Ja Morant like that?
Remember, they said before the incident, before when he got suspended, Steven Adams called a team meeting, and he said that we all got to be more disciplined after the loss of that game, right before the incident. He got suspended, the stripper where he pulled out the gun and stuff. Steven Adams, they said he's the OG of the team. He called a team meeting. He said, "Hey, y'all, we got to lock in. We got to be more disciplined. We got to change the way we doing stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? We got to."
But I
don't know if Ja really respect his Aquaman.
I hate to sound like you, but I mean, you really need that. You think that reached Ja Morant coming from the source?
Nah, Ja ain't listening to that Aquaman.
Man, fuck all that shit.
Hey, Because I mean, he probably on some real shit. He probably respects Steven Adams, but it's like to a certain level. Like,
I bet you if he'd have came through Memphis when Zach Randolph was still on the team, he
of
wouldn't
course,
be.
that's Zebo though.
But that's what
I'm
I'm
just
talking
saying.
about. The big,
Or you know what? Honestly, on some real
shit. Yeah, he need one of them OGs, Iguodala.
On some real shit, like on some real shit. Even if LeBron was on his team, I think he would listen to LeBron over. You know what I'm saying? Like,
oh yeah.
Like if LeBron told him, like, look, bro, you about to be up out of this bitch.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, his parents did a nice job raising him and keeping him out of trouble. But and I ain't gonna judge his dad's fatherhood, but it seemed like his dad is kind of swiveled from being a authoritative figure to just kicking it with him now. And that's none of my business. But I'm just saying, all that's noticeable. He don't have that influence to tell him no. All he got is yes people.
Well, it's a caveat to that because it ain't all. I know T. Morant more like his brother than his father. A lot of people say I'm just saying we just outside looking in. But from news reports, the incident before the strip club incident, the couple incidents, the mall incident, a lot of this stuff is on his mother too.
Yeah,
because the mall incident, his mother called him up there. And then there was another incident with his sister at a volleyball game, and his mother called him up there. It's like, why you keep calling your son up there? Why don't you call your husband? Or I don't know if Ja and Ja mothers, they still together. Are they still a couple? Is Ja and his mother married still?
Oh, you talking about T. Morant and his mom?
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Okay, if they is married, then she should have called her husband. She should have called T up there. You know what I'm saying? You don't call them. It's like this. You don't call the cash cow up there. That's the same thing like with Tupac and Death Row. When Tupac got the kicking dude, like, dude, you don't need to be doing none of this. You know what I'm saying? You need to be up out of here. Like, I'm just saying, no. I mean, I'm just saying, allegedly from report. Let me say that first. Allegedly from reports, his mom called him up there to the finish line about the finish line or whatever. Like, I guess she got bad customer service or the person.
And I think that's common knowledge, that part of the story now, but still allegedly.
I mean, but that's less lower thinking right there. That's lower thinking, man.
It definitely ain't forward thinking. I know that.
No, man, because think about this: if your son is an NBA superstar, you getting mad because somebody getting an attitude, you can't handle that yourself.
I mean, he already having street dreams, and his mom fly the bat signal. What you think he gonna do?
Huh?
I said he already having street dreams, and his mom fly the bat signal. What do you expect him to do?
I mean, I get it because a lot of us, we love our mothers. We just say happy Mother's Day.
Yeah,
but that's the point I'm making. If your mother call you, you coming. But my point is the mother has to be smarter. What I'm asking is this. What I'm saying is this. Before he got in the NBA, anytime you had an argument at Target or Walmart, you called your son up there? Come on, man. No, you wasn't. You wasn't calling him up there. You was arguing. You was let's be real, man. Most women can handle their own light work, man. Let's be real. You know what I'm saying? If your wife or your mother or whoever, your sister is at Walmart getting into it with a goddamn cashier, most of the time they not about to call you up there to handle no shit. Because they gonna handle it they damn self. They gonna be like, no, I want my refund, or I want to speak to the manager, or I want to, the normal stuff. Nobody sits there and say, oh, you give me attitude, I'm gonna call my son up here. Come on, man. Like, it's like I hate to seem like I'm judging, but man, that's like it's like some Suge Knight shit. Oh, well, now I'm gonna get my son to come up here and do something to you because you give me you know who my son is. Like, come on, man. Come on. Like, it's like this.
Like Miss
Why put your son in those situations? And he's a millionaire. He's an NBA millionaire. Why even put him? Like, it'd be different if Ja mother was somewhere and somebody pulled a gun out on her, or some dudes said they was gonna rob her, or somebody roughed his mother up. Then I could see her calling her son like, "Hey, these guys up here at the mall, they just put their hands on me." I could understand him coming up there with 8-9 dudes.
Man, it's like almost got a Karen feel to it,
Yeah, man. Like, well, I ain't gonna go that far.
But, I said it's just a feel. Just a feel.
But I get where you're coming from though. But what I'm saying is that
drama, man.
Most women, and we know most black women are strong enough to handle their own light work, meaning when it's dealing with like going argument at the store, trying to return something. I'm not talking about like a dude holding his mother, got his mother in a chokehold, and you know what I'm saying, doing what he wants to
Yeah.
do. I'm talking about like just normal, like you go to the store try to return something, they say, "Oh no, you don't have a receipt." They get an attitude. Man, she could have handled that. She didn't have to call her damn son up there and make it seem like, you know what I'm saying.
My
So
mom
they,
would have ran up one side and down the
that's
other
what I'm
one.
saying, man. Like, so that's what I'm saying. His parents, and I hope I'm wrong, y'all. I hope I'm wrong, and I apologize, if I seem like I'm judging, but it seemed like his parents, man, his dad got to quit acting like he is his brother, and his mother got to quit calling him for shit. You know
But
what I'm
I mean,
saying?
at the same time, you talk about a grown man. He asking for this shit, begging for it, man.
Huh?
I
Yeah.
said, yeah,
Oh, you talking about Ja?
yeah, man. I mean,
Well, he's still a kid, though. He's still a
I
kid.
want to see my brother prosper, but I mean, past a certain point, like my grandma just said, you gotta save yourself.
I see what you're saying. It cannot just fall on his parents. It got to fall on him too.
Yeah,
He bears some
I don't want
responsibility.
to put too much on his parents because
Mhm.
I'm really not that well versed on it to really opine about them. But
Right,
I know what it looks like and what it sounds like.
right. Yeah, yeah. I mean, you're right. He does have to bear some responsibility. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and where he could bear some responsibility would be just with his friends. Like, damn, I notice a pattern. Every time I get in trouble, I'm with these motherfuckers. Every
Hey
time I get in
man,
trouble, you know what I'm saying? I'm doing something with them. So maybe I just need to take a break. Hey, y'all, we still cool. We still fam. It's all love. But I need to be with my family and just be with myself right now. You know what I'm saying? Or he needs to start taking inventory of what friends actually have his back and which ones are just along for the ride.
yeah, that has his best interest in mind and not
Because
just theirs in the moment.
that friend who recorded him in the car could have just been trying to get clickbait. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh look,
Cloud chasing,
y'all in the
yeah.
car with me, y'all. Look, you know what I'm saying? That's my homeboy. I told y'all I know John Morant. You know what I'm saying? Like,
And then quick as he put the gun down, he's like, "This is a gun to grab the piece."
right, man. So yeah, man. I was just say I hope and pray that the brother doesn't lose any more money because he already lost 39 million. I hope he can wake up and realize because he's still a kid and really technically he's still a kid. As he ain't 27 yet, but
Hey, but
I
but
just hope he gets some. I hope he learns from this and said, I'm sorry. Just start taking inventory of his friends and be like, look, I can't roll with you no more like that, man. Like, I'm constantly getting in trouble. I'm under the microscope. You know what I'm saying? This messing my brand up. Like, I got to. He gonna have to do like LeBron and get rid of the friends that ain't really about nothing and keep the ones that's actually about something that's gonna help you. Like if you gonna be around, like LeBron did, if you gonna be around me, you gonna work. You gonna have a job.
yeah,
You ain't
the
just gonna be
four
kicking.
horsemen
Right,
just
you just ain't gonna be laying up off me, chilling and kicking it off my money, and you ain't bringing nothing to the table.
get a
Like
skill set and let's do
exactly,
it together.
if we gonna do this, fellas, let's do it. You know what I'm saying? Like we can still have fun and kick it and stuff, but we gotta take care of business. Like his friend, like LeBron empowered all his friends. Like, okay, you want to be around me? Look, you better be doing this. You better be doing that. And if you don't do it, you fired.
Yeah. I mean, and put them in the best situation to learn the skill set.
Right. I
That's
just
just an
personally,
investment, man. That's betting on yourself and betting on your own self-interest. And
right.
it seems like with the obvious example right in front of everybody to see, people aren't walking to that beat. It's almost square some, and they can't see themselves being that guy, but yet LeBron keeps enduring and going on, and everybody is falling to the wayside, or for the most part, it's just
Well,
like a tragic story.
Well, by the eye test, I don't know his friends. Like I said, this all, and I apologize for, hey, what I'm saying? I don't want them little dudes putting no guns on me. But from the eye test, it don't look like his friends about shit. You know what I'm saying? It looked like they just along for the ride. So if I was him, I would just cut them dudes off that ain't really, not cut them off meaning I ain't gonna talk to you, we ain't friends no more, but cut it off to a point where like when I interact with you, it's gonna be a specific time. We're gonna be doing a specific thing, and that's it. Like it ain't gonna be no you just pulling up on me, we just kicking it in the car and all that type of stupid shit. It's like if you with me, like if you my personal assistant, like you're gonna be really working as my personal assistant. You know what I'm saying? Like you should be like, you know what I'm saying, making sure I'm good, getting me this, doing this, bringing deals to the table. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, bro, I got this deal. We got this deal with such and such. You know, such and such want to holler at you. That's what LeBron's friends was doing. They was going out and getting him deals and stuff.
And I ain't gonna lie, man. My dad would like always had a decent, you know, judge of character with my friends. But you know, I don't. You know, everybody has their loose times. Yeah. And my dad. And then when I had my loose times, when I was hanging out with different type of people, every now and then my dad would say, you know, you only as good as the company you keep. You know, or water down the back, nothing. But then one of my old friends, that's my age, said the same thing, and it sunk in so hard. And it's just weird. Sometimes it gotta be who you hear it from.
Yeah, well, it definitely probably he ain't hearing it coming from T Morant, I guess.
No. But just like what we were saying with LeBron and his friends are holding themselves accountable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they was holding each other accountable. LeBron's like, look, that's what I said. He said, like, you ain't about to be around me just laying up on me. Dude.
I don't do dead weight.
No, I don't do no dead weight. You about to be bring something to the table. And all his friends, and think about all his friends that he was with, they still with him, and they all like millionaires now.
And they all have exemplary careers and no off the court trouble and
exactly.
Just, you know, and that seems like that should be the norm, you know. At least the goal for most of these guys out here, but everybody's an individual though.
Yeah, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe, but we really appreciate it. Hit it down below, share this on your social media. Move right along. Weekend High Podcast with your man KZ and Swag, always giving you the news as we do. Got another interesting story, man. Another interesting story.
Well, we got man, guess what, on Brother Job.
Guess what? Yeah, we went a minute on Brother Job, but guess what, man? AI, the godfather of AI, this man, guess what he says? He says that he quit Google because he feeling like AI is going to kill us. AI could actually kill us. So he says that AI could kill humans, and there might not be a way to stop it either. So the Godfather AI, his name is, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm loading up here. Apologize. Gregory Hinton, also known as the Godfather of AI, quit his position at Google after deciding he had to blow the whistle on the technology he helped develop. Hinton worries how smart his pioneering work on the neutral network shaped artificial intelligence systems powering many of today's products. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts?
Man, this
is this a warning? This is like Terminator.
Man, iRobot.
T2 in this bitch.
It's like iRobot, Star Wars.
Yeah. All of that.
Yeah, this is crazy, man.
I mean,
like, you know, because you basically it's hopefully it's not a cautionary. It doesn't end up being a cautionary tale, but it seems like, you know, they put so much in the tech and now it's starting to look kind of real. But I think in his instance, I'm not really with the story, but from what I've gathered, it seems like it's some inappropriate stuff going on with the information that we don't know about yet.
Yeah, this is like me and Swag, we kind of like sci-fi nerds, so it's like every movie you've ever seen, there's always a warning by the scientists in that movie. It's like, look, y'all, look, this shit fucked up. Don't do this shit. And then it always plays out. They just keep on going. So this is like real life. And this kind of scared me the other day, man. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, damn. He said the AI is but yeah, he's saying that because remember we did a story before on racist AI And he was talking about that, the racist AI, but he went ahead and quit. What made it significant for me was he went ahead and quit Google. That's how worried he is. He quit. Um, he said basically he said, I'm just a scientist who suddenly realized that these things are getting smarter than us. I want to he says, I want to sort of blow the whistle and say we should worry seriously and how we should stop these things getting control over us. He says that it gets to be much smarter than us. It will be good at manipulation because it will have learned that from us. And he said it knows how to program, so it'll figure out ways of getting around restrictions we put on it. It'll figure out ways of manipulating people to do what it wants. So that's why he said it can manipulate people to kill. This is this is Terminator shit, man. This is some T2 shit for real. So all y'all, actually, I'm gonna be real. I had tried AI, the chat AI, and I asked it to write a theme song for the show, and it wrote a hell of a theme song. I haven't recorded it. Yeah, it wrote a hell of a theme song. I said, well, damn, that shit's scary, man.
You can't go out like that, but I do want to hear it.
Right. We'll never use it, but yeah, I'm gonna let you hear. We're gonna preview it for y'all. Maybe put some music, put it together, me and Swag. But yeah, man, this AI, chat AI, this AI into artificial intelligence, it might be the beginning of the end for us because, like he said, once it gets smarter, it's gonna be smart. It's gonna learn from us. So it's gonna figure out how to manipulate. It's gonna figure out how to get around restrictions. It's gonna figure out how to bend rules. It's gonna figure out how to send officers to your house. If you ain't done shit, it'll send them there. You know what I'm saying? Like it could put in the system hostage situation. What if they put in the system hostage situation and then they bust in your crib, you in there watching eating chips and shit, and they shoot you, and you like, damn, ain't no hostage in here. So I don't know, man.
Or just a scenario to where we become so dependent on the technology that the world becomes like the movie Idiocracy, where the smartest person in the world is just a regular Joe,
Yeah, man.
The president is a buffoon, and you gotta see that one.
Yeah. So yeah, man. Jeffrey Hinton, like I said, he said he quit. He also says tricking is. Actually, Steve Wozniak, Apple co-founder, also said he doubled down on what Hinton said. He says tricking is going to be a lot easier for those who want to trick you. We're not really making any changes in that regard. We're just assuming that the laws we have will take care of it. Some type of regulation probably is needed. Jeffrey Hinton said his last statement was, I don't think we can stop the progress. I didn't sign the petition saying we should stop working on AI because if people in America stop, people in China wouldn't. It's not clear to me that we can solve the problem. I believe we should put a big effort into thinking about ways to solve the problem. He says, I don't have a solution at the present. He don't even got a damn solution for this shit. But he's saying that reason he didn't sign a petition to stop it is because if we stop in America, he said China go continue to keep working on the shit.
Man, this almost sounds like the Manhattan Project, to where there's a big race into creating a perfect soldier type. Hey, this is tinfoil do-rag type stuff, right?
Yeah, man. And yeah, this can be definitely used against black folks. So yeah, tinfoil do-rag time. This can definitely this could definitely affect black folks because they already got the robot dogs. They got the robot dudes now, the ones that look like real people that's coming. So all that AI got to do, and then Steve Wozniak even already said he's the one when we did the story on the racist AI. He was one of the people that was saying, yeah, it's racist as hell. The AI is. So what you think they're gonna do with that? You know what I'm saying? What you think they're gonna do with that? They're gonna send them right into our neighborhoods, and you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be like Terminator, man. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Let us know your thoughts. Where do you think this is going for? AI is going, and how do you think it's going to affect us as black folks in this society. Leave the comments below. We appreciate you. Moving right along, man. Definitely moving right along here. Another story that was that was kind of interesting to me. Well, I ain't gonna say interesting. This is a big story. Brother Jordan Neeley, who passed away, who got lynched. Let's keep it real. He got lynched. This brother right here, Michael Jackson impersonator Jordan Neeley, was killed on a subway in New York by an alleged suspected white supremacist, Daniel Penny. Here is, when they basically lynched him. And Penny is arrested. But one of the things that was coming out was that he's a suspected white supremacist. If you look at his shoes in that photo, people keep saying focus on the shoes. He has black shoes with white laces, and most people know a lot of white supremacists wear black shoes with white laces for white over black. So you see in the picture, he has the white laces and black shoes, and people will say, "Oh, that's just a coincidence. He just like Vans. Y'all tripping." Well, when he got arrested, he had the same shoes on. So with the suit. So I don't think he really just like Vans. I think he's trying to send a message on who he is and what he is. Because as you see there at the bottom, he has white laces with black shoes again on, the Vans on again. Coinky dink? I think not. So even though he's a Marine, he is a suspected, he is a suspected white supremacist. They do wear those. If you look up, they wear either, if they usually wear black shoes with the white laces, or if they got red shoes and black laces, that means they've shed blood, they killed somebody. You know what I'm saying? It's like the tattoo
tears. Then they cut him loose on some military stuff.
Right. But definitely that was a lynching, man. He didn't have no probable cause or no reason to choke our brother out like that. People would say he was irate, he was saying crazy stuff. People say crazy stuff on the streets all the time, and I don't want to go choke him out. You know what I'm saying?
And he was talking about bad stuff only on himself, like how tired he was of the fight and all that type of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, he was homeless. He was a homeless Michael Jackson impersonator. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, because when you read the reports, nobody said he actually touched anybody. Nobody said he got physical with nobody. They just said he was just talking crazy.
No, man. The part about the story that got me is when they actually two standers by just holds the man's arms down. You can't
hold him down while he getting choked.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
you know what? This has fucked me up because ever since Do the Right Thing with Radio Raheem, and I know this is, but if you think about it though, think about Radio Raheem when you saw that and Do the Right Thing, and think of all the times this shit has happened. You had your man Eric Garner who got choked out for the loose cigarettes. You got him getting choked out. You see what I'm saying? And they did this, and it's like the same thing, man. Like,
and it all comes back to like a lynching, hanging type deal.
Yeah,
strangulation.
Yeah, because they don't do it to nobody else. Had that been a crazy Asian man talking or a Mexican man talking, probably wouldn't even touched him. But because he was a brother, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, dude might have had mental problems or whatever. But my point is, you weren't threatened. The dude who choked him out tried to say, "Oh, he was threatened," but all the reports show that he was no threat. That's like shooting somebody in the back. I was threatened. You shot him in the back. That means this motherfucker was Lee. He was no threat to you if you shot him in the back. You think about this. You went up behind him and put him in a chokehold. So how could he be a threat if you behind him with a chokehold? You know what I'm saying? You had to come up behind him. So obviously he wasn't facing you for you to be a threat to him. So if he got his back to you and he just talking crazy, "Oh man, I'm crying. Fuck all you motherfuckers on the train." He let him. I mean, shit, it's free speech, ain't it? He can do what the fuck he want. Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. So there is no threat. When you come up from behind the motherfucker, that ain't no threat. That ain't no threat, man. I can see if you was in the front of it and you two-pieced, he came at you swinging. But we all know why the reason he got choked out, man. It ain't got nothing to do with that's just straight I'm a lean on the side that he's an alleged white supremacist, man. Because for one, the shoes is a kind of a coincidence that you got white over black shoes on. Every time you got a picture, you got white over black shoes on, which is a clear sign of that. Also, you felt the need to do a I'm white not say so and police this man. Now, if you felt so goddamn threatened, why didn't you call the police or the transit cops? Even if the train was moving after you got off, you could have waited and be like, transit cops, hey, this is a dude over here acting crazy as hell. He threatening people, doing blah, blah, blah. You see what I'm saying?
Yep. And then he's from the military. Who's to say, not to sound flippant, but who's to say his egg ain't scrambled, you know?
Yeah, like he ain't got motherfucking Manchurian candidate type shit going on. You know what I'm saying? I mean, so... But I'm not saying that as an out. We're not saying that.
No. I'm not caping.
We're saying that this motherfucker probably ain't wrapped tight either. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, he probably, you know what I'm saying? At the same time, they were trying to say, oh, he was between deployments. Well, there ain't no such thing as between deployments. Either you deployed or you ain't. Shit. You know that in the military, ain't it?
I've only heard him call it as a veteran, which means he ain't in the military no more.
Exactly. Ain't no in between.
No.
Either you deployed or you ain't. You know what I'm saying?
You're a soldier, you ain't at the very least.
So, and then these dudes in the picture with him, they all clearly are accomplices. I want them held up on charges too. I want everybody there held up on charges, especially the dude that was holding his hands down, man.
That's the part that really almost made me cry, man.
Like y'all, like you really just straight y'all killed this man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all lynched this man. You know what I'm saying? In 2023, we still dealing with lynchings, man. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. I would hope. Hey, another thing I want to talk about too, just to show you how. Let me show you how racist our society is. That same dude got over $2 million GoFundMe page right now to get him out.
Yeah. Hey man, but I also do want to give it up to the protesters because they went out there and they stood across some tracks.
And did
a peaceful protest. And you know, when we get it together, we can get some results. They stopped the whole damn F line down or whatever, which one that was.
So you know, like I say, the dominant society is on cold with white supremacy because he got over $2 million worth of donations for his GoFundMe page to get him out. A lot of them leaving comments saying that he's innocent, he didn't do nothing wrong. You know, it's just the same Kyle Rittenhouse, same Dylan Roof type shit, same, you know what I'm saying, same type of motherfucker, same the Buffalo shooter, supermarket shooter, same type of motherfucker, man. You know what I'm saying? So I think he's guilty as hell. I don't think he should be put on. They charge him second-degree murder because they can't first-degree murder. You got to be premeditated, ain't it? They got to find it. So they saying that he wasn't premeditated because he didn't know. You know, he didn't plot to kill them. The man that did so a second. Well, I think I want him to get every year he need to for that man life. However old that dude is, our brother was, he need to get every year. Because ain't no excuse for that, man. You didn't have to choke that man. And then, two, you a Marine. You know how to kill people. You know how to kill people with your hands in combat.
I mean, let's just say he was causing a ruckus. He got a clear chokehold on him, and his arms are being restrained. Why don't you let him go when he go unconscious? Why you got to kill the motherfucker?
Right. I mean, you should have undid it before he even, like you said, before he went unconscious. Like, if people grabbed his hand, you should have said.
Once he was subdued, let him go.
You just stayed there, held him until he died. Like, nah, man, your ass need to be locked up. I don't give a damn. And that's what they try to do. They try to fly it under the flag. Oh, he's a veteran. I don't give a fuck if he been in 5 wars. That motherfucker need to go to jail. Because he should know better. Because I got military we both got military in our family, and I got cousins who was Marines, and they told me that they train you how to, what you doing. So you should know, like, well, damn, I can kill this dude. They know I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know.
Hand combat in the military and the Marines, most of all.
Exactly. That's what they deal with, hand-to-hand combat.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. You purposely killed that brother. You know what I'm saying? You try to play it off like, oh, he's such a threat. This dude, you saw how skinny he was. He was doing
probably like Dexter in the game.
I mean, he doing. Think about it. He doing Michael Jackson impersonation. Look how thin he is, man.
I mean, he looked the part, just real thin. And
so how? And you was an ex-Marine. You think you really had to put him in a chokehold? Come on, man. But you know what? No matter how we can logically look at it, Swag, it don't make a difference when somebody got that white supremacist attitude in their head. It don't give a damn. We can logically explain it a million different ways, but you already know what it is.
You can only slice the bread so thin.
Right. Dude is the suspected white supremacist. So he are, you know what I'm saying? He see us, he see red. So that's all I'm gonna say with that. You know what I'm saying? And you can tell by the donations who support that kind of shit. Most of America. Most of our neighbors and shit like that. Yeah, man, that's terrible what happened to him. Let me go to his GoFundMe page and put $500 on his books.
Like that brother ain't seen enough because he saw his mother get killed by her boyfriend at the time.
Yeah.
Crazy.
But that's what they do. They'll tell you in your face, yeah, it's terrible what happened to him. Then they go home. Let me go on this GoFundMe page. Let me put $500 on Penny's books. You know what I'm saying? They motherfuckers. So we got to be on code. Stay on code, y'all, because they on code. They ain't gonna tell you on code. They ain't gonna let you know. But they like shit. When you ain't around, motherfucker, look around. Like, let me go this.
Stay on code. Get codified.
Codified. Moving right along right now. Weekend Hot Podcast. Getting back at you, Big Swag and KZ once again. Speaking of on code, Joe boy Jim Crow Joe was at Howard University as an honorary speaker. Boy, I tell you, you know what? Howard didn't fell down out of good graces as like one of the top. Basically, Howard has a lot of what we call tethered black folks there, and it's used. Howard is kind of used as a political pawn for like Joe Biden. Because think about it, Howard is in his backyard. It's in D.C. Yeah. So why not go to the HBCU that's in my backyard and try to get some black votes? So Jim Crow was out there this weekend, and he was they made let him give a speech and all that kind of stupid stuff. So he was talking to the graduates of Howard University, and he's talking and think about this. He talks about how he says that U.S. history hasn't been a fairy tale for you guys. That's his words. He ain't done nothing to help it either.
Man, he's so cool, man.
He said it's not always been a fairy tale, and that racism has been long torn us apart. He's the biggest threat to U.S. The U.S. is. But guess what? He ain't doing the shit about it. He said he calls it. See, that's the thing. Look, he says that. Let me. Even the news articles knew he was full of you know what, because they called him out on it. He said that. What did Joe say? He said that the biggest threat, the most dangerous terrorist threat in the U.S. is white supremacy. And he says, I'm not just saying that because I'm at an HBCU talking either.
That motherfucker think he's so funny, dude.
He said, I'm not just saying that because I'm HBCU. I say this wherever. I know you don't. You don't say that shit wherever you go. You're a damn lie. Because you ain't did nothing about white supremacy. You ain't done nothing about reparations. You ain't done nothing. We ain't even got a damn crime bill. If you go to the FBI statistics that we done before on this show, me and Swag done this many times. If you go to just Google FBI statistics, you're going to see as far as racial incidents, Asians is less than us, gays is less than us, Latins is less than us. We got the most.
And not per capita. Not
even per capita. This is overall. Yeah. And we don't have nothing. And the so-called bills they have for us, they said it is a bill for y'all. It's people of color. It's diverse. It says minority. No, that means everybody else but us. So how dare Jim Crow Joe Biden go to a historically black college and try to get votes? And I'm not just making up allegedly that he tried to get votes. Our news article here, this is from CNN. Biden previews 2024 election pitch to young black voters in Howard University commencement speech. So that's why he's out there. He's out there to get votes. He don't give a fuck about doing
Oh
nothing
yeah,
for
and
black.
then he don't have to go into no churches.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. He ain't got to go to no fish fries and no churches. And the funny part about it, he's talking about white supremacy, motherfucker. You signed the 93 crime bill, the 95 crime bill, the bill that put a generation of black men in prison. And we know this for a fact. Think about Swag. Think about all the cases we see. There was just another one the other day. Dude did 33 years in prison, innocent, just got out. I don't know if you saw that the other day. You constantly every month see a brother serve 50 years, innocent, let out. You know what I'm saying? You constantly see this happening. So you got to know that most of the majority of these people in jail ain't even guilty. Think about it. Why do you keep seeing black men being let out and then getting all these $1 million? He got $20 million. He did 50 years. He was innocent. You know what I'm saying? It's Joe Biden, allegedly. Joe Biden, allegedly. You know, I mean, this president, he has not done nothing for black folks. He's just an extension of Obama. That's all he is. Another extension of Obama that even cares less.
Not too much in Obama.
Obama didn't care about us. He didn't do shit, and Biden was part of his cabinet. So this is just a carry down. I'm gonna go to a couple black colleges. I'm gonna kiss a couple black babies. I'm gonna tell y'all what y'all want to hear, and I'm not gonna do shit about it.
Not too much.
But some of y'all that's fucking clueless and that don't have a smart brain, y'all vote for me anyway, just for optics. Oh, we can't vote for Trump. Don't vote for Biden. You know what I'm saying? They both on the same shit. Like when you realize that look at the bills and stuff he's put into place. Look at Asians got paid under Biden's dime. Ukrainian, look, we got people who ain't even Americans got 80 billion.
I'm only responsible for one thing, and that's my vote. And this motherfucker got a lot of heavy lifting to do to get my vote this time. It just ain't coming to him for free.
He done gave Ukrainians 80 billion. He gave the Asians 50 million. He gave Hispanics, Hispanics getting everything. They coming here by the busloads, the immigrants. Everybody's getting benefits but us.
Get off my lawn.
If you look at that. Let's look it up. This is nothing we making up. Every group has gotten benefits but us under his watch.
That's a fact.
And these is facts. You know what I'm saying? And don't hit me with people of color, because that ain't us. Don't hit me with minority. There's nothing that says black people get this. When you look up Asian, it says Asian people get this. It says gay people get this. It specifically says what group. But when it comes to us, it has to be diluted. It has to say people of color, minorities, you know what I'm saying? Diversity, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So we got to be very aware of the wording that's used to kick us out of getting any benefits. That's what those words are there for, to keep us from getting anything. They want us to be the permanent lower class. And, I don't want to see that happen. You know what I'm saying? We're supposed to be the permanent low class. Everybody's supposed to get shit but us.
He said low class.
Well, we're supposed to be the permanent underclass. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can get shit. When it comes to black people, we ain't got too much money. That'll bankrupt the economy. Oh, man, we just ain't got it. Ukraine need help. 80 billion. No questions asked. No discussion, nothing. Stamp. Boom. Do it. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to the California reparations that's going on right now. It's making its way up to Congress now. So hopefully we're gonna see what happens. Joe, if you really about what you say.
Yeah, man. Mess around and let the precedent get set. Once the precedent gets set.
Right.
It's a wrap.
Well, no, if Joe really about what he's saying, he's talking about white supremacy, and you sign that reparations bill with no problem. Just, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you know what he gonna do? He gonna say, you know what? I don't even got my wallet with me. You know what? I ain't even got my wallet with me, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm gonna get y'all next time. But vote for me. After y'all vote for me, I got you. Got you. I know last time I told you I got you if y'all vote for me, but this time I really mean it. You know what I'm saying? Right. Yeah. He ain't gonna be president this time around. I can tell you that now.
Who the hell's going
The
to be?
numbers are showing that black. It says his he didn't fail 40% with black voters.
Oh yeah.
So that already lets you know. And if you're a black voter that still believe in Joe Biden, you need to really check yourself and do some research. If you really think this man give any fucks, any flying fucks about the black community, he doesn't. He only shows up at photo ops when it's time to vote. You see him at churches, you see him at fish fries, you see him in all kind of bullshit. But then when it's time for us to get something, then I'm busy. We got to research it. We got to put together a panel. We got to study this. We got to study it. But then Ukraine, we need 80 billion. Oh, right away. We got to get them. We got to hook them up. They've been through so much. Right. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, y'all. Leave your comments below. Leave them comments below. Yes. Yes, we do. Last story, moving right along. We almost up out of here, man. And that's the thing. California Reparations Board, man. I'm so happy with them, man. I'm so proud of them folks there. We getting them reparations. Nizzow. Hey, happy looking black folks. But yeah, man. I'm proud.
There's so folk around.
Man, I'm proud of us, man. I'm proud of us for keeping sticking to it. Everybody's saying we ain't gonna get it. I don't know why y'all doing that. We ain't gonna get it. We ain't never gonna get it. I don't like hanging around black folks who talk like that, because then that might show why you ain't got shit, because you don't believe in shit. And don't want to try to do nothing. So I believe we're gonna get it. I kind of keep pushing forward. I been calling on those little panels and be attuned to what's going on with it and everything.
Yeah, definitely got my ear to the street on that one.
Definitely.
I don't say too much about it, but I am keeping an eye on the temperature.
California Reparations Panel approved report that could mean billions for black residents, and well-deserved. The first in the nation's reparations task force voted to approve the recommendations for how the state would compensate and apologize to black Americans' response to slavery. They are going to do it lineage-based, what we've been asking for. Once again, reparations is not a racism claim. It is not a racism claim. It ain't, we need money because it is wrong. No, that's not what it's about. It's about a group of people who are marginalized, who are disrespected by the federal government, by laws that they made, also by free labor that our ancestors did. Free labor. So it ain't had nothing to do, with a racial claim. It ain't about a racism claim. Because if it's a racism claim, then anybody could come along and say, I want reparations too. I'm Mexican. They discriminated. You know what I'm saying? But It's not about that. It's about a lineage. It's about foundational black Americans and black Americans who were enslaved against their will.
Who built the crossroads of America.
Right. Started the railroad track, because a lot of people always assume the Asians built the railroad tracks. The black Americans, we was the ones first working on them, laying shit down.
We the one in the cut getting it done.
We cleared the brush. Clearing the brush. This was all woods. We cleared the brush, paved the, did all of that. You know what I'm saying? And by the time other groups came and helped out, it was already the 60s and 50s. We was doing this shit in the 1700s, the 1800s, you know what I'm saying, early 1900s. By the time most of these other groups came over, we'd already did most of the work. So, you know what I'm saying? I mean, that's not no disrespect to nobody. It's just facts. You know what I'm saying? Not trying to put no other groups down, or much respect to whatever you think you brought to, what your group had brought to America, whatever. But I'm just here to let you know that my group, my ancestors was here first, and we was doing all the heavy lifting with no compensation. And if it wasn't for us doing what we did, most of you other groups wouldn't even be over here, because this 1960s civil rights, we was pushing for immigration. So, how did that turn out for us? Not too good. But so now you see more black people like build the damn wall. I'm one of them. Build that goddamn wall. Build the wall. Shit, build that boat. You know what I'm saying? Because they do need to build it. Keep building that wall, man, because immigration does nothing for our community. They flood. The reason I'm gonna put on a tinfoil do-rag for me. A lot of the reason why allegedly you see a lot of these immigrants come in here, because now the the Democratic voting class know we're not voting for them. So if I flood the country with immigrants, I could probably get them to vote for me because they'll be like, okay, the Democrats let us in. But we know through studies that most of the immigrants, illegals, when they get over here, they turn into Republicans.
Yeah.
Once they get over here, they turn into conservatives. So, and most black people are conservative. I'm kind of a conservative, to be honest with you. I'm more conservative than
at least especially the Christians. But when you come into America and realize you ain't at the bottom, you're gonna all of a sudden just see those ideals as more feasible and fits the lifestyle that you want to get.
Well, yeah, you get to come in this country and jump over black folks. You get benefits, you get all this stuff, and jump right the fuck over us. And then I want to shout out to all the black folks in Chicago that's fighting them illegals coming to the neighborhoods. This is a big story over in Chicago, the South Shore neighborhood. Let me give them a shout out, man, because them black folks over there is fighting hard. What they're trying to do, they're trying to dump these illegals into the black neighborhoods, and they trying to put them in a school that was closed. They said that we can't keep the school open for y'all, but guess what? We can use it for illegals. Now the thing is that you're using a school that could be used for the black community for these kids, and you say you didn't have enough money or whatever like that, but yet you take the black people who live in that neighborhood, their tax dollars, and then you go ahead and fund the school for illegal immigrants. So our tax dollars, we already the underclass in this bitch. We already don't get a lot of benefits. We already are underserved like a motherfucker, real black communities. Most of them are. And now you dump these people on us and you take even more from us and you use our tax dollars for illegal immigrants. So I'm not with that. I'm fighting. I'm holding y'all down, Chi-Town, South Side, South Shore, because I stand with y'all, man, because they should not be dumping the illegals in the black neighborhood. So my question was, why they ain't dumping in the Latin neighborhoods in Chicago? You notice they ain't doing that. They got Little Village and all these Humboldt Park and all these Latin communities in Chicago, because everybody knows if you're from that area, which I am, around the area, Chicago is very segregated. So there are Latino communities. So why they not feeding the immigrants into their own communities? You see, there's a plan. They want to feed them in our communities to kick us out. And guess what? There ain't no more black community, is it? Nope. So that's a thought. Why they not putting them in white communities? Why they not putting them in Latin communities? They putting them right in the South Side on the black side of things. And
to keep votes coming up out that area.
There you go. So they were like, well, we'll put them there so maybe they'll vote for us because these black folks ain't fucking with us no more.
Yeah.
They know the bullshit.
Hedging their bets.
Right. Yeah, they know it. Look, the black folks getting smart to the game now, so we put them in there. You know what I'm saying? So just something to look at, man. Most people don't think about that. Like, if you're from that Chicagoland area, it's plenty of Latin communities. So it's like, why they ain't putting them in the Latin community? So shout out to the folks, like I said, down there fighting for their rights, fighting because migrants dumped in Chicago shelter could destroy black communities. Chicago immigration crisis lawsuit fights the plan to turn the South Shore High School into migrant shelter. So they talking about bringing 500 migrants. Now the thing about the migrants, they ain't did no background checks on them. They don't know nothing about them. It could be murderers, rapists, and everything. Your little daughter walking down the street to school one day and somebody snatch her and pull her in some bushes.
So migrant is different from an immigrant, right?
That shit all the same to me.
Well, I mean,
none of them have been vetted, or none of them have paperwork. None of you don't know if they're not
immigrants.
No, you don't know if they have a criminal background or not. They don't know if they got a criminal background. These motherfuckers just bringing these motherfucking people in.
He said, "I'm a political refugee from Cuba."
So imagine somebody dropping a whole bunch of people in your neighborhood that they ain't got no criminal background. You don't know if they sex offenders. You don't know nothing about the murderers. They coming from another country and they just got them all in your neighborhood.
Political refugees.
And miss me with that humanitarian bullshit. Where's the humanitarian effort for the black folks and people in this country? But you know, they quick to go out and get Ukraine and give Mexico and bring all these motherfucking immigrants and everybody else up in this bitch. You know what I'm saying? But what about the homeless black veterans? Okay, let's even take it there, y'all. Well, we love veterans, but all them damn homeless black veterans, y'all ain't doing shit for them. So, you know, I am again. I will say I'm against immigration. 100%.
You old
100%. Build the wall. Build the motherfucking wall. I'm tired.
Like Connect Four.
Well, you know what? If you look at other countries, what other country have you seen where everybody just flood and get to go there? Like, I can't just go to, like the brother was saying on another show. If it was a brother and a sister with 8 kids and tried to go into Mexico, they'd turn their ass back around. Remember when the Haitians was trying to come through Mexico, they was turning their ass back. Remember?
Yeah, they're whooping their ass with bulls.
Exactly. So it's like miss me with the oh, it's the humanitarian effort, because if you go anywhere in this world, even China, wherever you go, they ain't even just gonna let you. I've been to other countries, man, and they don't just let you motherfuckers in like the US. You know, it's like when you go to when I've been to other countries, they don't pacify us like we do in the US. We pacify these other groups. We'll speak their language. We'll put Spanish up and all this bullshit. When you go to the other countries, they don't do that for us. They don't fucking break their back for no, like they might talk English on the resort, wherever resort you at. When you go outside the resort, they talking they shit. They not like capitulating for us. Like, oh, you're from the US. Let me talk English. Let me do this. Let me give you some benefits. Let me do no. They don't do none of that. They look at you crazy. Like, give it up. We know you got money. You from America. Right. So, but that's just my 2 cents, y'all. Let me get on up out of here, man. I hope you guys have enjoyed the show. You know, we got to talk a lot. Also, we're gonna next year we will speak about Jamie Foxx. Shout out to Jamie Foxx. Hopefully he makes it. Yeah, prayers up for Jamie Foxx. I heard he's recovering good. His family was dispelling some of the rumors that he was towards the end and all that. I heard that was just kind of he say, she say.
Yeah, so, we'll unpack it next time because I was about to be
gone. Yeah. But definitely, man, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. We appreciate all the love. Hit us on the email as well. Weekend Hot Podcast. I'm KZ. Shout out to all my family and friends out there. Swag, you want to get your last words in?
Yeah. Where should I go? What shall I do?
We're gonna be back at y'all. You know what, guys? We haven't forgot about the 2000 R&B list battle between me and Swag. Hey,
I've been getting my muffin cracked. I'm cool.
Yeah. We coming back with another one. It's gonna be coming up soon, y'all. But we coming back with another one. And shout out to all the black writers out there, the writers strike out there. Shout out to our homegirl, Tasha Gray.
Guild,
we interviewed. She's a writer for Raising Canaan. So shout out to Tasha. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the black writers, because I know the black writers don't be getting paid like the other ones. So we'll just
none of them motherfuckers getting paid.
We stand in solidarity with y'all. You know what I'm saying, on the writing side of the game. Other than that, man, hope you've enjoyed it. I always enjoy kicking it with my brother from another right here. And we're going to be back at y'all, man. Peace.